It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Cordarrelle Patterson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Harris once more. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Daquan Jones with the tackle on that play. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Blitz coming, Russ. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Steelers first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Austin put in motion right. 1st and 10, give to Harris. He'll cobble together a yard there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that in the 1st down play.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Wilson on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation. Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On first down, Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy, and if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw again, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Shakir sent in motion left. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. First down of the game for James Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This is Cook. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It's a 36-yard look for him. Amendola able to put it through. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Russ setting to throw. Austin's there to haul it in. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down, here's Russ. That throw finds Pickens. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Russ is cooking again. It's caught, 1. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Ty Johnson now to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they got to hurry. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Allen. Dump off caught by his back. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. Complete to Coleman. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on first down, Allen. Shakir with the grab. He's got to gain a 6 there. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, Allen to the air. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First down throw from Wilson. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we do not get a third field goal of the game as we stay tied at 3-3.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory, best kickers always have, and convert the next time around.
So it's halftime, and a good game so far for you defensive maestros out there. We've got a 3-3 score after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit, but first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Johnson now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So to begin the third, it's going to be the Buffalo offense we see first. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. First down throw for Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Back to the air, Allen. Catch made right side by Coleman. And that will not be enough for a first down. And the Steelers going nickel, 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Allen on 3rd and short. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Connects with Cook. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Allen on 3rd down. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on 4th. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Steelers will take over deep on their own side. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Going to Harris to start the half. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Daquan Jones with the tackle on that play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Wilson now from the gun. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Just a field goal aside so far as we enter the final quarter of play. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Russ now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. He's going to keep it this time. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That one's complete, right side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Here's Harris. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Wilson with it on first. Throw complete to Warren. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Warren quick on the draw. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
A 3rd down run with Harris. He gets the 1st and more inside the 15. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll come up 1st and 10. Running behind center with Harris. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They go with Harris on the run. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Harris, and he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. Chris Boswell for the point after. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Setting up to pass. This will be caught by Cooper. And this one does not go far. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Here he is to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. He'll look to throw it. Complete to Shakir. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Connection made to Coleman. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Buffalo.